Tension, tension, tension. Information and tension. Compression. My head and RAM. Too much information and compression. We must fragment or defragment, but we must move on. Sickbo is the game. They have it in the casinos. It's a game of 3 dice, but there's many games and more dice. We already did a game of 5 dice, and that was Yum. I went over this once before. If you look at the game of Yum, there's many things you can do with the game. We're not talking about Yum. We're talking about Sickbo. And in Sickbo, the 4, and I should really do this again on another piece of paper, real neat, and it's not as neat as I'd like it to be, but this is the way it's going to be. We're not going to count 18, but 3 and 18, okay, come together. Why do 3 and 18 come together? They are number 3, 111, 666. Those are the reverse on the dice. Because in 111, 3, 666, 18, the odds pay 180 to 1, 180 degrees in creation of 666. We have 60 to 1. Let's call it the clock. 60 to 1. 17 and 4, both 60 to 1. The way to create this is 112. That means it'll be 665 or 566, 17 to create 17 at 60 to 1. We're not going to talk about all zeros, or should we talk about all zeros? Because here is 18 to 1, so if zeros are all 6s, and one of the reasons a 0 is 6, okay, I'm going to try and explain this, if it makes any sense. First of all, the O letter is the 15th letter in the alphabet, and the 15th letter, 1 plus 5, equals to 6. Usually I have a bunch of dice here, and since I moved around in and out of the house, I do not know where my dice are, and I think I'm going to have to get more dice. If somebody is watching my video and wants to send me a whole lot of dice, maybe some casino dice, the ones that you can see through, I'd really like some of those. I don't want 2, I'd like to get 6 or 8 or 10 or 15 of those cubes. I really don't know where the cubes are. Hold on. I got them right here. Here's one of the cubes, right over here. Another question I want is if you can remember a video I did, Bo T Low Sun is a numeric way to count in a different language that I created. Anyways, these cubes over here, so 60 to 1 would be 6 and 6 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3, would be 3 and 1, or 3 to 1, the odds of creation. 20 to 1, and in French, we usually separate this and we say 4 times 20 and 1. 80. This is always said as 80 is saying 4 times 20 is 80. So when we get to the 16 dice, 16 dice is 664 or 556. Both make 16. Is there any other way to make a 16 on these dice? The 5 is 20 to 1, 113 is 664, and 122 is 655. So we can do the mathematics. This would be if we were playing pool and we had the 11, although it's 1 and 1, I'm looking at this and saying, the red ball in pool is 11. So here's your 5, energy E. 5 is in the center. If you look at your keyboard, 5 is in the center of 8 numbers that go around it. 5 and 8, the matrix, the wheel that goes around the cylinder, around and around and around. And the cylinder always stays in the same position, but the spokes are always in different positions as they turn around. Sometimes they're touching the road, and 3/4 of the time they're not. Like the C. The open space in the C is touching the road, and the rest of it is all the way around, making the full turn. So only when you touch the road do you advance forward. 15 is 18 to 1, Mars, and 18 to 1 comes with 6. And the 6 is the reverse of the 1, Spirit, giving us the 7th gate for the resident angel, the 18th letter in the alphabet if you're going forward. If you're going backwards, the 18th letter is the I. The 7th gate is 14 to 1, brings the numeric values into the sun. 124 is the cat. 313, we get to the moon, and here we get to life in BC. Earth, 4, Mars, 4, and 3, Earth. 22 is the letter V and C. I'm just playing with these numbers. Although they're 3 separate dice, you can play with them, and they'll tell you different stories. But right now, it's just 2, 2, 3 equals to 7. 14 to 1, 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 will create 5 and 4, the numeric value for the sun. 8 to 1, the heavens, what circles around 3? What circles around the center dot? 8 voided numbers that you don't see. You can see them on this side. You see 3 and 3, and there's 1 missing here and 1 missing here. That is your total of 8. That is your 8 to 1. 6, 5, 2, and 6, 4, 3. 8 to 1 will be reversed. 5, 1, 2, which is your Ram, and 1, 3, 4, Earth, Mars. 3, 3, 2. Then your 9, Birth. 9, 10, 11, and 12 are all 6 to 1. The 1, 2, 6 is reverse of 6, 5, and 1. So we have 6, 5, 1. The 1, 3, 5, which says Ace, which would be reversed to 6, 4, 2. I don't have 6, 4, 2 in here. So 9, 10, 11, and 12 all come together. 9 and 3, 10 and 11, 21, blackjack. This is the split right over here. 6, 6, 6, and then 6, 6, 6. Why I do that is in the leap year, you go 1, 2, 3, and when you hit this one disappears. And you follow what I'm saying? This over here. And in the game of Sick Bow, it's the 4 up to 10 is the first part, and then 11 through 17 is the second part of this. Just wanted to see something. And that's basically what it is. That's a 3-point game. Now, they also count, there's also odds, okay, that pay off on 2 dice. If you get 1, 1 in the same roll, there's 3 dice, and it comes in a little hat, the dice, and you shake them up. You put a hat over a cylinder, and the croupier shakes it up, and then you see the 3 dice that are inside, so you can never touch the dice. If 1, 1 comes together, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, it's always going to be 11 to 1. 1 and 1 is 2, 2 to 1. That's the way I like to look at it, 2 to 1. If you have 3 all the same, pays 180 all the way around, 1 full side, and that's your game of Sick Bow. There's also mathematics we can do in here. If we're playing with 13, which is 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, 3 and 4 is Earth and Mars. The 13 ball is orange. The 5 ball, if we want to go to the game of pool and use the first 16 dice in the game of pool, or all of these in the game of pool, we're going to come up with a different story. Let's not go there. 6 by 5 is 30, times 2 is 60. 6 by 4 is 24, times 3 is 36. 5 times 4 is 20, times 4 is 80. So 80 is your bypass to Route 66, according to the highways in the U.S., where Highway 80 replaced Highway 66. So these 3 scenarios are going to tell us a different story, multiplication or addition. And then the opposite of the 13 is the 8. 5 times 2 is 10, 4 by 3 is 12, which is 3. 3 by 3 is 9, by 2 is 18, so you have the resident angel in the heavens. By the gateway, 3 by 2 is 6, by 2 is 12, alpha, beta, creation. 3 by 3 is 9, the birth. 4 by 2 is 8, birth in the heavens through the sun and the gateway. So this is the way this game goes. Why do I do this? This one will take the odds, which will say resident angel, the 18th letter in the alphabet. Mars is 15 or 51 or 47 by 33, I think that one it is. 5 by 5 by 5 is 180 to 1, which will be the reverse of 222, and that's your 6, equals to 512. There is one other thing, and that's the word boss, okay? The B, the O, the S, and the S to a Pythagorean count or a single digit for the letter, meaning the O is the 15th letter. I'm going to count it as a 6. The S is number 1. The S is number 1, although it's the 19th letter. 1 plus 9 equals to 1. So the word boss and the word student, I'm going to see if I can show you this over here. Student equals 103, and so does Mercury. The entity is 39, which is your Saturn, the stud or the horse. that was there with the penicillin to create you, brings you through Mercury. And where did I get, why did I do this? 2 and 6 is 8 and 2, the cycle. I just took it out of the word student. I like to use student as number 6 and 5. And the reason for that is when they play the game of craps and they throw these dice, they always go yo 11, and I like to say 11 for 11. Also 11 in French, the word is for student. Mercury, penicillin, for stud, vaccine, etc., etc. And there's a lot of things that can open up when we do this. So we're going to just keep it flat here right now. And thank you for watching this video. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus.